okay? So we're going to look at property tax adjustments. Okay, so what happens when you move in halfway through the year or partially through the year and you have to make adjustments, okay? Let me just find this here so I get it right. I will actually call this property tax adjustment, property tax adjustments. Okay, so in this class we did look at property assessment systems, as well examples of property tax statements. The request for annual property taxes gets sent out on April 30th of every year. And the full amount, it's page 105 if you're still looking for it, the full amount is always due June 30th, okay? So that's when you need to pay it, unless you're registered for TIP, TIPP, tax installment payment plan or something like that. So you pay the same amount every month, so you don't have to worry about the bill. I get the bill and I just put it away. Like, because I'm registered, I don't need to worry about it, okay? The bank sets that up for you if you tell them to do so. The annual amount that must be paid is actually the taxes for the entire year, so the next year. So since homeowners have to pay in advance, right? So homeowners who pay in advance, if they move, the new homeowner will owe some of the property taxes to the other person, okay? The lawyers handle this transaction. This is technically a closing cost, right? So adjustments are closing costs. It's a one-time thing. Property taxes in general is ongoing, but adjustments only happens when you close the deal, okay? So don't mix them up. So let's do an example here. John paid his taxes for 2014 as usual during the June of the prior year. He paid the full amount due, which was $47.8650. So highlight that part. He ends up moving out of the home during 2014. The new family that moves in on August 15th will owe him taxes he already paid. How much will the new family owe John? We're going to make a slight change here. Yes, you know what? In reality, you can pay up to the day, but we won't do that. The province doesn't require you to do that. So we'll just go August 1st. Someone's moving in August 1st, okay? So you need to figure out, basically, if you move August 1st, you're paying from August till December, like the previous owner has paid for the entire year. So you need to pay them back from August. You need to also pay back September, October, November, December, okay? So you owe, okay, 5 months owing. That's how much you need to pay back. Because the previous owner lived there until July, but you now, this is one way of doing it, by the way. The province has often says that calculate how much property taxes needs to be paid back for 5 months. For the 5 months this family is now gonna own the property for the rest of the year. So what you do is this, dollars per month. This is a formula. You take the property taxes, and what are you gonna divide it by if it's per month? 12. You take this, that is definitely something that either you have it on your formula or you just know that that's what needs to happen. So 47.8650, divide that by 12 and get a number there. It ends up being 398 $88 per month that needs to be repaid. So total to repay is going to be 5 months times 398, 88. So you need to pay back 1,994 and 40 cents. So remember I told you the minimum down payment is 5% in Canada, right? But on top of that, you're gonna have to pay land transfer tax and you're gonna have to repay property taxes. You either will have to repay the owner or you will pay it to the city. Regardless, you will pay. So that's why you need to save up, I think, 7 to 10% to be safe, okay? Because there's a lot of extras. Okay? Can you try example 2? And I will give you the answer. It's supposed to be 936. By the way, 3 months. 3 months worth of property taxes has to be repaid in this case.